Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Once the blue is turned to black, after love has had its heart attack, I pull the curtains back. At night, the world is mine. Once the sun hides its eyes beneath the moon, under starry skies, that's when I rise. At night, the world is mine. Once the town is sound asleep, that's when I laugh, that's when I weep. Oh, for going deep. At night, the world is mine. I awoke in a land of dreams, stuffed and sewed along the seams. All my life, this is how I feel, and I have no idea now if I'm real. When the din of the city pales next to the songs of the nightingales, oh, that never fails. At night, the world is mine. I awoke in a land of dreams, stuffed and sewed along the seams. All my life, this is how I feel, and I have no idea now if I'm real. Hey, welcome back, and we're back, and we're back. That's the first time I've really completely, earnestly tried that arrangement of At Night, and enjoyed that. It was very fun. Oh, look at this. Oh, there we go. All these settings are a little bit different. I'm looking at my console now, seemingly for the first time. Check, 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 check. That was peeking out a little bit. Hey, hey, hey. Holy moly. Crank that up. All right. Does it sound about normal? Good to see all your faces. Check, check, check. Whoa. Well, we went camping this weekend. It was so fun. It's our normal place. We don't go very far from home for the first trip of the season of the year or whatever. And got out there under the starry sky. Went ahead and we've been really behaving. I've been really behaving myself all year since New Year's, and not really drinking much, not really eating certain things and stuff like that. All those bets were off. We just went on vacation, did all the things, and so it's going to take me some days to be back to my snappy self. Until then, you can just look at your own reflection in this puddle here. Maybe throw a stone in there and just watch the rippling rings. Cristo, what's happening? Yeah, let's paint the sky together in Quincy. Haven't seen the big icy cup in a while. What's the big icy cup? Is that I'm not even sure what you're referring to there. I can imagine. Oh, good. Swaby says you could hear the peaking. Did I fix it? Are we back? Hey, Magpie. Good to see you. It's funny. I did write some stuff while I was out there, but I don't know if any of them are finished. The funny thing was, I whimsically on the way out the door grabbed this little guy. This is I have more than one instrument that was just gifted to me with a letter written on the back, sort of like to Percy, or I think actually that one says to Nathan, love Willie, my tenor guitar. But this little ukulele, as you can see, you might not be able to read that. Hold on. I'm always so bad at this part. The angles, the lighting. To Percy, Happy Trails XOXO Big Light. From a tour I did with Big Light back in the day. And we were just, we got a ukulele, and we got an ukulele early in the tour, and we were writing all these songs in the car on the road. The way they tell you to remember the tuning, I told so many people this weekend because I just think it's so funny. But the way people remember how a ukulele is tuned is the phrase, my dog has fleas. If you say to any musician, my dog has fleas, they'll know immediately you're talking about an ukulele. And it does for some weird reason. It's almost like a magic trick. It makes some kind of sense. Let me fire this guy up. Yeah. Ooh, that's hot. My dog has fleas. My dog has fleas. And once you get that in your head, it just sticks in that way. And I'm not sure why it works, because, there's nothing about those words that indicates what note they would be said with or sung with. You could say that about anything. Like, this cup is blue. It's true, but my dog has fleas works. My dog has fleas. So I just whimsically grabbed this guy on the way out the door. I was like, oh, I think I'll bring the ukulele out. I brought it out. I never opened my guitar case once the entire trip. It was just me and my ukulele the whole weekend. The first little song I wrote on it was thanks to my brother-in-law sharing a story. I put it on the Discord channel. I could play it like this. So I put it on the porch late night that night. The first night we were there having a little whiskey by the campfire, and I was telling him this story. Oh gosh, I wish I had gotten him to testify to this. All right, so the first thing that happened, sorry, I might ramble a little too much tonight, just because I might not have the strength to sing that many songs. But so we're hanging out by the fire, first night one, having a whiskey, just talking and stuff, and all of a sudden the smoke is just engulfing me, and I just said, I hate rabbits. And the smoke just went right away from me, and he actually sat up in his chair. He was like, "What did you just say? What just happened? What just happened?" And I was like, "Oh, I said I hate rabbits," and it was an old childhood thing. And asked him if he'd never heard of that. He said he'd never heard of that. And we started talking about those little childhood things, and he was like, "Well, the first one that came to his mind was that whenever he got hurt, his mom would say this thing in Spanish to him. I can't do the Spanish version, but he can. It's right here. I got it on the porch on Discord, and you'll be able to hear it. I'll just play this first. This is what he shared after the I hate rabbits thing.
He was about it, like.
So say it again.
I don't mind recording myself. Sana colita de rana, tiro perdito partito hermana.
And then translate it.
Health, tail of a frog, throw a little fart for you and your sister. Or health, frog's ass, pass some gas for you and your sister.
I forgot the frog's ass part. Yeah. So he told me that. So then as they were going to bed, I started singing this. Carl Kethra had a similar theory about the origin of My Dog Has Fleas, that maybe there was a song that phrase it was a popular song and everybody knew it, and that phrase was actually in tune with the ukulele. Like, you know that song, remember that song, My Dog Has Fleas? Those notes are an ukulele. Wealth, hair of the dog, nice start, good seeing you, mister. Health, tail of a frog, throw a little fart for you and your sister. Sweet sleep neath the starry sky, lying down where the river rolls by. Changing time. Truck stuck beneath a stump in a ditch. It's either trump or kill the rich. Tug of war tried to tear me apart. Thank God I got a good heart. Sweet sleep neath the starry sky, lying down where the river rolls by. Changing time. can hear the motors on the wind. There's a knock on the door that I won't let in. There's a nip in the air, the chill's digging in. Won't let it get under my skin. Sweet sleep neath the starry sky, lying down where the river rolls by. Changing time, changing time, changing time, changing time. So that was the first one to pop out. That was night one, just as everybody was going to bed, and I was up to tend the fire for the rest of the night. Then the next night I wrote this one. There's some parts of it that I'm still questioning about. I'm not. Some things might happen when I go to record it. Arrangement-wise, there's one part I don't know if it's going to stick around or if it'll come to life when I record it. I'm just not sure. Just experimenting with everything. And you're cracking me up, Jeff, out of the corner of my eye. I can't stop reading about your you were thinking that my dog has fleas was a mnemonic device, but like the strings are tuned to M, D, H, and F. That's right. You just tune it up to M, D, H, and F. My dog has fleas. I was pretty embarrassed when I first got the ukulele. I got this book of chords and everything, and I was learning all these songs on ukulele. I was getting the tabs for ukulele, and I was playing it for like a year and learning all these weird chord configurations, like, oh, that's an E minor and that's a G, and I'm just like really stretching my brain. I'm thinking like, wow, I'm really expanding my horizons. And it was like a year into it when I put a capo on my guitar at the 5th fret and realized the top 4 strings went, my dog has fleas. I was like, wait a second. Put a capo on a guitar on the 5th fret, and that's the same tuning as an ukulele. All these weird finger configurations, I can't believe I didn't recognize them earlier. I was like, well, that's, it's familiar. It's not like it's not familiar, but missing 2 strings, I just never pieced in my mind that really it's the same intervals as a guitar. Higher pitched. The thing that really throws you off is on an actual ukulele, not on the baritone, the bigger ukuleles, but on the original little ukulele, the lowest string is high. It's like the highest string is the lowest position, so it's counterintuitive and it plays with your brain, but it gives it that funny lilt, or that fun lilt. Hey, Brett, what's shaking? All right, so they all sort of go like this. Every song I wrote this weekend. You wouldn't want to play them back to back because they're all sort of the same. All right, here you go. I should probably pull out my notes, but it would probably be even harder to read my chicken scrawl at 4 a.m. than it would be just to sit here and try to remember. A soldier and a poet were sitting on a stone. One was by himself, one was all alone. The poet said, I'm certain one day we all will live as one. The soldier said, someday, when all the killing's done. Time dropped by and sat a while till all 3 disappeared. Now I'm walking along this crooked mile with a cold bottle of beer. Wouldn't say we made it. Wouldn't say we made it. Wouldn't say we made it, but we're here. One one day the king sat sad upon his throne, knowing full well that we'd all be better off if he was overthrown. But what could I do to help, thought he? There's no place I can go where I won't be the king, where I won't need to be overthrown. Yeah. Kings are kings, rings are rings, things are things, and spring. Wouldn't say we made it, wouldn't say we made it, wouldn't say we made it, but we sing alive. We are alive. We are. We all know there's something better, that there's bigger fish to fry. The real question is bobber, spinner, or fly. And once you know the answer, you'll know the reason why there ever was a question. Try, try, try. Which brings us back to the beginning. Let's hope it never ends. My love, my family, you strangers, and all my friends wouldn't say we made it. Wouldn't say we made it. Wouldn't say we made it. Let's sing it again. Alive. We are. This is the sing-along part. Alive. We are. Alive. We are. Alive. I remembered it. Who knows where that one's going, but I remembered it. And there was one more that I sort of finished. Yeah, you got it. I hear you, Jesus. Yeah, that's the sing-along part. Alive, we are, overlapping. Some people are going, we are. Other people are harmonizing the roller coaster of alive. Hey, little doggy. Rebecca said, "But we're here." That's the thing that not haunts me, but that I keep thinking about is that first chorus is so nice. I wouldn't say we made it. I wouldn't say we made it. I wouldn't say we made it. But we're here. It always makes me a little sad that that's just not the chorus every time. But then I would have to change the rhymes and lose that bridge, which might be the move. But I'm glad I played it at least once on the practice the way it originally came to me. But I always want to hear that, but we're here again, if not every time. So I don't know. Something to think about. This one is so funny. This one I woke up the next day. This is one I wrote the last night, and I was singing it to Catherine and Christiana the next day. And I get to the last verse, and it's so funny because I remember the moment the night before. I felt like it was like a mic drop moment, and I was a little loopy. It was late. I just finished this song. I thought it was really good. It was a mic drop moment. It wound up rolling around on the ground, taking pictures of trees above me against the starry sky, and was just really in a mood. The next day I went to sing it to Catherine Christiana, and I get to the last verse, and it makes absolutely no sense. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it was, and I'm not going to sing it. It made no sense. I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's so funny. And that used to happen to me a lot. I'm a little proud of that because when I was younger, it happened all the time. I would write a song and then hear it the next day and be like, what? What does that mean? And, pronouns changing all over the place. No consistency, no logic, no followable logic. Just like, what are you even talking about? And this verse just made absolutely no sense. Something about the hammer and the anvil and pounding out our must. I don't know. I was just like, what on earth were you even thinking? So this song might be a little shorter than it originally. It was born a little taller. Let's put it that way. You got to give it the next day test. Sleep on it. I just like that hook, no matter what. Even if the rest of the song is stupid. It was the first one. I'm like, all right, I'm finally using this ukulele to what it has to offer. It was like with that little hook. The devil can only help you get things you shouldn't have. Those are the things that we want so bad, that we want so bad, that we want so bad. Well, the devil can only help you get things you shouldn't have. Funny how there ain't no angels dying to help us out. Oh, they're nowhere to be found. There's all these devils about. Funny how there ain't no angels dying to help us out. Guess it must be up to you and me to be sure that the world can see its glory. Oh, but that's another story. Okay, where were we? There's a den of vipers waiting where the world is spinning fast. If you want to slow it down, you're gonna have to have a blast. Have to have a blast. There's a den of vipers waiting where the world is spinning fast. Guess it must be up to you and me to be sure that the world can see its glory. Oh, but that's another story. Okay, where were we? Guess it must be up to you and me to be sure that the world can see its glory. Oh, but that's another story. Okay, where were we? There you go. There's the three that I would call finished. I found a couple of little fragments out there, but those three completed a circle anyways. Had my little pine cone mic drop moment with each of those in the woods. Fun little ukulele. I got really better at the first couple of nights. I was just like always pulling out my phone to tune it with the tuner on the phone. And by the last night, I was just, my dog has fleas. And just breathing and just sort of being able to get it there. Here, just proof of concept. Capo on the 5th fret. My dog has fleas. That being an octave higher, that low string throws you off the track a little bit, the trail. Yes, it must be up to you and me to be sure that the world can see its glory. Oh, that's another story. Okay, where were we? Haven't tried them on guitar yet, really. All right, I think we got time to do some requests here. Let's see what you got for me here. Gus, let's fire up the machine here and see what requests have rolled in so far tonight. Give me a drum roll if you would. Thank you. Oh, Movin by Lovin, Shining Like Sunlight. A new song, check. I already did that. Thank You Life, One of Us Standing. All right, that's gonna, whoa, a couple of Movin by Lovin. How about that? All right. Let's go. Back to the good work again. Get back to the good work again. Moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving, not shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. Can't just lock loneliness away. No, we can't just lock loneliness away. the crime, we can save the world all night long. Yeah, we can save the world all night long. Just moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving, not shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. We can't just lock loneliness away. No, we can't just lock loneliness away. It's true, I mean, I seen it on the news. Every 2 minutes, someone's stuck in jail. Them also didn't hurt, nothing but the dirt. It was just because their mind set sail. Yeah, it was just because their mind set sail. We should be moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving, not shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. We can't just lock loneliness away. No, we can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. Well, since this is the daily practice, and to be on brand, we might as well stick to the theme, the idea of the show. This is practice. What are we going to do about the ending of Movin' by Lovin'? It's been how long now? How many decades have I heard this gospel voice in my head doing one of those vocalizations that winds down the song? It's Felicia Ford from the original recording. It's her voice that's done this to me, and just the basic vibe of the song. But something I could never do is vocalizations, and it drives me a little bit crazy. We were listening to a lot of radio over the weekend, and so many people can do these little, like, vocalizations. And I would just give anything to one day just be able to do like a, just that, something as simple as that, and mean it. Like, ow! Even an ow. I mean, can you imagine? Ow! I can't mean that. And just the whole like, I wish I could do it. I am not that kind of a guy, but I do hear it a lot of times, and I sometimes try. And that rhymed, so. But how do I stick the landing on Movin' by Lovin', just being who I am? There's got to be a way out. Can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness. Can't just lock loneliness. See, that's what happens. I hit that ness, and I don't know how to deliver the away. How do I deliver the... all right, that doesn't help, Magpie. I appreciate the spirit. Just be you. But what do I do with that away at the end? Just away? Like, I try to do that sometimes, and that just doesn't feel like sticking the landing. Can't just like loneliness. my mind, I want to be like, away. Thank you. Yeah. Woo. But yeah, that's not. I'm not. That's not me. All right, Jeff says, can't just lock loneliness. Big finish on loneliness, and then a quiet. I've tried this. I've tried this. Here's what that sounds like. Can't just lock loneliness away. No, we can't just lock loneliness away. Even that just felt. What did you hear? I heard it in there. You're going to just be haunted by the same voices I hear. Welcome to Daily Practice, where you get to take some of the voices in my head off of my hands for you can babysit the voices in my head. Now, a strong away, but quick. It has to be quick, right? Oh, way, can't just like loneliness. One thought I had a minute or two ago was maybe I don't hang on ness, I hang on away. Just like, can't just lock loneliness away. Can't just lock. No, it's got to be that loneliness away. Ooh, how about that? Just throwing away on there while I'm still dragging it out, then I don't have to end on away. I can just end on the guitar. That might work. Can't just lock. Moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving not shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. Oh, we can't just lock loneliness away. No, we can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. We can't just lock loneliness away. Oh shit, I lost it. Can't just lock loneliness away. I feel like that isn't answered, even though I failed it the first time. But to just keep the away in the same breath as the loneliness, same place, and then land the song, stick the landing just on the guitar. Doesn't have to be a vocalization at all. One more time. Can't just lock loneliness away. Can't just lock loneliness. I feel like that idea could work. Thank you guys for your patience, for talking that through with me. Willing to try any other ideas before we move on to the next request. Been having fun with the Shining Like Sunlight recording. I listened to it several times in the woods, and today I did add a new acoustic guitar or redo the acoustic. All right, Spiral. Sweet. Good work. Good work. I found this little line on the synthesizer, and I really liked the line, and I was playing it, but when I played it for Catherine, the synthesizer was throwing her off of the sentimental nature of the piece. So I went back one night before we went camping, late night, and I just started playing all the synthesizer parts on Leo here on the acoustic guitar. And what came out is a pretty nice listen at the moment. Renee, good to see you. But the hook, if I can remember it now, it's been a minute, but it was like... That's it. We are falling, can aspire. We can go for what's out of reach, and we might just get lucky, and the stretching is something, at least. We are dreamers on pillowed clouds. It's too much trouble to look down. There's a madman wailing out there. There's a rational fear of clowns. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. We are empty and overflowing. We are broken, stronger than before. Oh, I might not know where I'm going, but I'm not going back no more. We are not just mother or father. We are not just son or daughter. We are also the great blue heron, standing tall in the shallow water. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. So if you see me, I hope you see me shine like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Yeah, that little hook's fun. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it without the loop. How do I do that by myself? I'll just play you a few seconds of it on the website in the sprung 2025 record in the works, quote unquote. We are falling, but can aspire. Yeah, Hook, the Hook. Pickle King, good to see you, buddy. Oh man, I can't believe how fast time is going. Sorry I rambled so much tonight, but it was just bound to happen after all these days in the woods. All right, one of us standing. Thank you. Oh, look at you, criminal, huffing and puffing. I want to do all these. Ask for them again tomorrow night. We are back. Practice is on. All right, let's see here. Felt like the last time I tried an acoustic version of One of Us Standing, it was sort of fun to finger pick it. Whenever I try to do like a true to the Surprising Mr. Davis version of a lot of those songs, it makes me miss them too much. And the big sound and the drums and the bass and the rumble of the stage, the spinning of the world beneath my feet. Sometimes I need to find another way to dance. This might be the leaving song. I don't see any grains of sand falling. I've been overwhelmed by the task at hand. Screamed impossible to the silent stars. But I traveled far and wide across our sacred land, sharing the wine in the churches and bars. And I'd say, wipe the tears you shed from fear they've won. I've come to tell you the revolution marches on. Go ahead. Give your heart back to the rising sun. What's right is right, never wrong. And as long as there's one of us standing, 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 we may always be needed more than ever. For those who seek to punish all they fear, may always be growing in number in a world that gets more frightening every year. Help we fight for that day, not because it comes, but because it is upon us as we speak. And I swear, white doves fly from off our tongue when we lift our voice for the weak. And as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing. is not some fragile flower. It's one that breaks the sidewalk just to bloom. And even God said there is no higher power than the lily or the love inside of you. So if you're out there looking for answers, then you should know that you are the light in someone's dark. Oh yeah. Same way we're swept away by the dancers, sung by the morning lark. As long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, oh, as long as there's one of us standing, 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 as long as there's one of us standing. Well, join me tomorrow night as we discuss how to stick the landing on that one. Woo! We do have our work cut out for us. Sure do appreciate you all so much. Actually, we should bounce out of here, right? In the casino, I wasn't gambling. I knew I was going to lose. I walked forever, but I wasn't rambling. I was just trying on some shoes. I met a teller, she told me a fortune. She knew I might not have any. 2.22's exactly what I was down to. $2, 2 dimes, 2 pennies. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. I got my soda pop, I got my lighter, I got my pink bubble gum. Got a hot mama be lying beside her when all is said and done. Can't wait to get there. First I gotta go too far. It's hard work playing the fool. Yeah, I know a shortcut, but it's through the graveyard. Thank God the moon is full. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. You'll never find it unless you're looking. It might be right before your eyes. Give it a try, but don't try too hard. You might become addicted to your size. Friends might avoid you. Strangers might stare. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just telling you, it gets weird out there. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. Thank you, light, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. Thank you all so much. I'll be back tomorrow night, midnight sharp, or dull. I don't know. Blunt, pointy. No, midnight sharp with bells on and my hat. That's my plan. That's my plan. I better see it through. I appreciate you so much. Keep up the good work out there now. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Had a revelation. That's why we play the game. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape. Bye.